Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, along with my buddy Chad Fields. I'm Lyle Stokes, and we got a great guest tonight, Chad. I want to go over something really quick before we get to Chris from Catfish. Um, James Smith has had an accident in his family. I'm not going to go into details, but please keep him and the family in your thoughts and prayers. I know he'll appreciate it, and he can elaborate on it when he gets back to the show with some other announcements that he's got. But this is something that we need to make sure that we get some thoughts and prayers out for him because that family can use them right now, I promise you. So with that being said, Chadwick, welcome to co-hosting Catfish Weekly with me tonight.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Oh, it's great. And we got a great guest. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure to have you. We got a bunch of stuff to go over. But before we do, Chad, what do you say we get started and check out some of the people that's in chat tonight?
Well, let me click over here to the chat, sir.
Oh, okay.
There we go. All right. We've got of course, number one guy in here every week, avid fisherman.
That's right.
We got Philip Williams, David Funk, Catfishing Crappie, Fishing in Freedom, Hooks and Hammocks, who keeps calling me. Philip Williams, Gula Cat. That's a new one to me.
Who?
Gula Cat.
Yeah, that's a new one to me too. Welcome.
Well, yeah, welcome to the show. Cindy Stokes. I love that lady. She's awesome. Whiskers and Stripes. Freddy's Outdoor Adventure. Brian B. Catfishing. I can't call him Mr. Dinkins no more. He kind of whopping 52-pounder this weekend online.
This weekend. Congratulations,
great
Brian.
fish. Yeah, great fish.
I think it was because he was on Catfish Weekly. I think that was what did it. Stepped up his game. We got James Kirkpatrick, Muskrat Adventures, Creole Catfishing, Mark Anthony, my buddy Tim Molina, Mike's Fishing Home, Catfishing with Crow, Whiskers and Stripes, Miss Paula Smith. I hope you're feeling a little better and things are getting better for you. We got JP3 Outdoors, Ryan Bort's Blue Collar Life, Has Life. Two Old Vets. What's up, Rob? There's the Weekend Angler, Dan Thompson, John Patrick Jr., Bumpin' Mike Greenwell, Lance McCouguy, Real Gals Fishing, Chris Usselton, Team Canmo Catfishing, Catfish Chaos, Big Slim 91, Danimals Creation and Adventures. If I'm missing anybody there, Lyle, there's 3B.
Has is in there. James Kirkpatrick. Glad to have you in here. The Cincinnati Cat. It jumps around. Big Slim 91. Philip Williams. I seen somebody else in here, but
Jeremy Colvin.
Well, glad to have him. There's Thomas with Laughing Cats Fishing, Real Gals Fish, Gene Tillman, Hooks and Hammocks. You say he keeps calling you?
Yeah, he won't leave me alone. It's like I'm his idol.
He does that to me. I don't know what's up with that. It's something in the phone system or through Facebook or something. I'm not sure what's going on. But, it is what. Hey, Mike Chavez is in chat.
Mike Chavez just celebrated a birthday.
Yes, he did.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Eddie Groves,
birthday,
man, can cook some stuff up. I don't see any more, but if we missed you, we're sorry. And there's Whiskers and Stripes. We will be acknowledging people throughout the show that we see that's come in. Todd Guidewell. But we won't interrupt people to do it. So if we miss you, we're sorry. We do the best we can to get everybody, but sometimes we just miss them, and it's hard to get everybody. But we try to get everybody that we can, and we'll go from there. So, Chris, we are so glad to have you in the show with us tonight to talk about little bit about your business and about your fishing adventures and all the stuff that you do for the catfishing community.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Looks like a lot of guys watching, a lot of friends of ours. That's pretty cool.
It is, yeah. We have a pretty good viewership base from out in your area. Always have had from out east, so that's really good. But
My dog just knocked something over.
okay, you do everything.
We do a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you want to? Can you tell us about some of that?
Sure. On the catfish side, of course, we do all our own embroidery. We make most of our products here in our shop. We also have a manufacturing company where we machine a lot of our different mounts and things that we make. We try to do everything here in our facility to control the quality and be able to meet the demands and the requirements that everybody has, and constantly come up with new ideas and new designs on the fly. It's a lot easier. And then that's usually my Monday through Friday job is I'm either in the plant or I'm in the embroidery shop. And then weekends are reserved for fishing, of course.
And you do a lot of tournament fishing.
We do a lot of tournament fishing. Yeah. We're here in Virginia. We fish primarily the James, tributaries around the James, other tidal waters in Virginia, of course. But we're just about every weekend we're on the river somewhere.
That's cool. And a guy told me one time that you took him out fishing, and it was a crazy fun experience.
Probably was. I mean, our main objective when we go fishing really is not to catch fish, it's just to have a great time.
Right.
That's kind of how I live my life. I want to have a lot of fun, whatever I'm doing. I don't know who that would be. Maybe Haz or Mr. Chavez, or I don't know. Maybe Keith, perhaps.
It was Keith. It was Keith.
It was Keith. We had a good time. That we fished for 2 days. That was a good time.
Ryan Bortz would like for you to tell us about your little boat.
My little boat, the Cadillac. Is that what he's asking about? The Cadillac?
I'm sure it is.
It's kind of famous, I guess, on the James. It's a 2020 Hughes Craft. It's a 24-foot hardtop. So they call it the Cadillac.
Are you taking applications for best friends?
I don't know. We get solicited all the time especially in rough weather. Everybody wants to fish with us. So, yeah. The older I get, I think we get a little bit smarter, and that Hughes Craft was, as far as fishing wise, was probably our best investment. And we've had lots of different boats. My partner Howard and I own that boat together, and we went up to Lake Erie and bought it. I think it's the only Hughes Craft on the James. And but it's an
awesome boat.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in 8-footers with it, so if I tell you anything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A very, very comfortable boat, very safe boat. I've got a G3 Sportsman, it's a 2100 as well. And we still run that sometimes, but we graduated up to the Hughes Craft in January. Yeah,
they're very nice. I've been in a couple of them over the years, and you're never disappointed with one of those.
No, the ride, and it makes you a much more comfortable captain. So, the James can get really rough. It's tidal. A lot of people, I don't know if they know that, but where we fish is tidal. So if you've got a strong wind blowing against the tide, you get in some real rough water pretty quickly. And that boat will give you the confidence to be able to do whatever you want.
That's awesome. I would like to, while we have a second, John Patrick Jr. has joined the chat. Mark Clott Whiskers and Stripes. Betty Jean Cross is in here with us now. And gosh, there was somebody else.
I see Mr. Maurice.
Maurice Cason and D Fields.
I'm proud of you for not
I don't think like your brother Mark does. I'll tell D hello.
I think I've gotten a request to wear my hat, something like this from Whiskers and Stripes, like Chris does or something. I don't know if I got it right, Chris, but is that good? Is that how you do it?
That's perfect. I don't know. I may have done that before.
Bobcat Outdoors. I don't know what's going on with that, but hey, if it works for you guys, it's okay with me.
I'm getting threats. I might need a hat, Chris.
We turn this way, so that's how you got to do it.
There you go. Well, I'm already getting threats, Chris, so I may need a hat of my own. Just letting you know, bro, because the wife is disowning me in the other room.
Oh wow.
Well, you can get another one at www.catfishclothing.com.
Now you're asking me to get permission to spend money too.
Oh, hey, that's what marriage is all about.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So obviously you do hats, you do shirts. Yep. Tell us a little bit more about your product line and stuff. What all do you have going on? What's Catfish Clothing, all the endeavors that you have?
So we have about, I think I looked the other day, we have around 400 different products. Of course, we do hats. We do.
Nice hats too, guys. Look at this.
They are nice.
Yep.
That is sharp.
Yep. So all those hats were done, right here in our shop. We do hats, shirts. We're doing polos. We got actually right here in the corner. We got, this is a kind of it's a Gore-Tex material, 3-in-1 jacket. Keep you dry and warm in the wintertime. We do bags. We do a variety of apparel.
Hoodies.
We do hoodies.
That's right now is my number one thing for the next couple of months. Hoodies. Yeah.
Hoodies.
Now,
but
I have a question about the shirts and stuff. Do you just make them for tiny people, or do you make them for us fishermen too?
We have, believe it or not. Well, so here's the thing, and this is, we get asked that question all the time.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I hate using COVID as an excuse, but in this case, it's really not an excuse. The truth is, for the last year and a half, we have struggled to keep inventory, and we've had to be extremely creative on how we do things. That's why we offer a variety of hats and a variety of different apparel, because there was a time when 3X, 4X, 5X, we couldn't get it. We just could not get it. And even right now, we have about 1,000 hats in inventory. It's a struggle every day working with suppliers, just trying to keep enough hats so that we keep rolling. So the t-shirt market has changed where it's gotten a lot easier to get product. So we do have a lot of the bigger sizes. Go online. I think there is I think that I should know this, but we've been doing a lot of different things with the website. I believe that we added a new big and tall section. There are some 4 and 5Xs in different areas. But, so, and that's some of the things that we're going to grow on and continue to work with. But really, our hands have been tied. And I feel sorry for anyone that's in the same industry that we're in, because we've struggled. And not only have we struggled to get product, now recently, since about July, cost of everything has gone up about 30%. So fortunately for us, we're not a middleman. We're the manufacturer. We're able to make whatever we need to make, and helps keep our prices down. So, we're going to try to swallow whatever pill that we need to swallow to keep the cost down, and we're going to just keep doing that. But, having our own equipment to make whatever we need to on the fly is definitely going to contribute to that.
That's awesome.
But I'm sure I'm not the only one, but yes, the COVID weight has hit me a little bit. I've had some extra boat snacks. So
extra
I
boat.
look for that big and tall.
Well,
Why
category.
couldn't I have thought of that?
I
Boat
might be in
snap.
that category a little bit, perhaps, maybe just a tiny bit, but you know, that's the life we choose, I guess.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right.
We need to welcome David Smith, Silver Fox Fishing Sandy, Northeast Kansas fisherman, fishing with Big Mike all into the show too.
See, Miss Pontoon Jody has made it in as well.
Yep, John Patrick Jr. I think I got him a while ago, but don't want to miss him. He's in here every week with us.
Betty Jean says Catfish clothing is awesome and all, but that Catfish Hughes craft, all a bunch of lovey eyes. She's all, I cry every time I see that boat. That's her dream boat, is a Hughes craft.
Yeah.
Well, that boat honestly is a blessing for us. If you ever get a chance to get one, you got to get one. I spent Friday and Saturday night. No, yeah, Friday and Saturday night on it this past weekend.
All night?
Wow.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
all night. Yeah.
There you go.
So I have
cool.
a question for you. Is there's a new term throughout the community that everybody needs a Joey. So how, obviously that came from your boat and your,
Right.
there was the show with Keith that you guys did.
Yep.
But now, how much does Joey get paid? Is he getting paid well enough to do all the work that we see Joey do?
Well, the truth is, first of all, honestly, I mean, we've been very successful and blessed in the tournaments, that we fished. Couldn't do it without Howard and Joey. That's the honest truth. We're live, so I'm telling that's the truth. I love them both dearly. When Keith came to fish with us, I mean, our group is pretty dynamic, and we joke and we cut up, and the entire time is really just us having fun. I mean, we're singing, we're dancing, we're acting stupid. We don't really care. We're just having fun. And when we got Keith out there, that didn't. Keith and I have a lot of history, and I love him to death. I think he's just fabulous. And so our chemistry continued when Keith and his buddy David were with us. And so Keith was trying to figure out how to put a package on our adventure. And he was saying for 2 weeks, he said, "I'm gonna come film a tournament and we're gonna win it." And I was like, "Yeah, let's not talk about that," because we were at that point we were behind in the points and we fished against a lot of real competitive guys, and it was pretty funny. So Keith gets Joey up, and so Keith is seeing how. Then Joey's a worker. He really is. He's a worker. He's throwing the net. I mean, if I ask him to throw the net 100 times, he'll throw it 100 times. It doesn't matter how cold it is. He's helping rigging gear, catching the fish, whatever. And so Keith kind of saw that in Joey. That's what Joey's role was. He was a. It comes off funny, but he's probably one of the biggest helps that we have. And so he's up on the front of the boat interviewing Joey, trying to figure out what to do. Well, I guess Keith had a plan. And Joey's looking at me, and I'm hearing what they're saying. And I said, "Go ahead, Joey. Say whatever you want." And that's, of course, when he said that he was, what he said in the thing. But it's pretty cool how that Joey turned into, I mean, it just kind of kept going and going and going. It is
in everybody's now.
Yeah. I saw it on a YouTube thing where they had a tournament where you could have a Joey, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird."
Exactly. Now, and that's one reason I brought it up, but it's awesome,
Yeah. We got a dynamic team, and I think Keith saw that. He's very creative, and I think he saw that that's kind of how the dynamics of our team works. And Joey's, that was kind of one of the ways to button it up to make it entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, there's two things. One, I wanted to bring it up was it's became one of them slang terms down throughout the whole community is everybody needs a good Joey. But again, I'm wondering how much does a Joey get paid so I can start asking for more. I'm the Joey of my boat, so
Joey doesn't get paid.
I'm trying to raise money.
Let me break it down for you. So Joey pays our entry fee in the tournament. We pay all the insurance, the boat payments, everything else. And when we win, we split it 3 ways. So Joey comes out better than we do every time.
Does he fish? Does he get to reel in any fish?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
He was suspended from reeling in fish last year. We lost 2 really big fish. He cut them off with, one he cut off. I think he cut them both off in the net. So we suspended him from touching nets or rods or anything like that. For part of last year, but he's back. He's back as a full member now.
So he was a part member part of last year.
He was, he was paying the entry fee. It boat's a free credit card fill up, and once we put fuel in it, we can't afford the entry fee. So Joe was paying entry fee, so we got to have, we just had to have him.
Yeah, and fuel right now is a premium part of it.
Yeah.
We need to acknowledge a couple more people. Matt with Want to Be Outdoors has joined us. Van V3 Customs, Rams Bait and Tackle in San Antonio, Texas. Solo Texas Adventures. I think that's got us caught up. Buck Williams is also in here. So I hope I didn't. David Smith, I hope I got you a while ago. I think I did.
But, I think David fishes on the James side. Maybe.
I think there's a couple of Davids.
Okay.
But either one of them, we want to welcome them all.
Yep. And Mike's Fishing Home became a level 2 member, Mr. Lyle. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much. We're glad to have you in here. For the members that belong to the Catfish Weekly membership, we got a big giveaway coming up. Well, it's not a giant giveaway, but we're going to give away a mug here before long. So if you're interested in being a member or are interested in trying to win one of the mugs, that will be coming up in the very near future. So bear that in mind.
Well, why don't you throw a couple hats in there? We'll send a couple hats in there for you.
That'd be great. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And so that will all be for memberships.
Yeah. If they win something, just we like to kind of let them pick out a design so they pick out a logo, pick a color. We'll make whatever they want.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Take care of all the shipping and everything.
We appreciate. There's Kevin from Palmetto Cats.
Hey, Kevin.
Is that Chris Hunt's Fishes?
It is.
I believe it is.
Kevin, do you have a mute button for Kevin? You need to mute him right now.
Okay. I'm not sure we need to. Sounds like a story. There's
Kevin, just mute him. He'll be fine.
Oh my! I'll have to get with Kevin and find out what you're talking about, Mr. Kitty Whiskers. Thank you for joining us. So you've got this huge craft. Do you use your G3 at all since you have this huge craft?
Sometimes. Yeah, on nice days we do. I don't know. We go and we've been trying to sell it for a while. To be honest with you, but every time somebody offers some money, I don't know. It's one of those things that you just can't really part with. I really like it. I love it in the summertime when it's warm. I love it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. One day maybe we will. But it's just on the James where we fish a lot, it gets rough. So do we want to be comfortable or do we want to get beat up and get a little wet? So.
Has Life says he heard that you caught all of your big fish on chicken in a recent tournament.
Has is another guy. I can see this is not going well. All right. So how these guys have come out and fished with me. First of all, you guys YouTubers are bad luck. Okay.
Okay.
I had Kevin out, and we didn't have it wasn't a fantastic. We had fun, but it wasn't a great day. I had Haz and Mark the Magician. He came. It was less than banner. It was less than banner. But then Haz came back for some redemption, and we had a great day. But the funny thing was, he walked up to what he's referring to is he shows up, says, "Hey, I'm gonna stop at Food Line and get some chicken." I said, "Okay, cool. We're gonna have fried chicken." When he walks up on the dock, he's got a package of chicken thighs. Well, so I reached in a bag and I threw that in the river. So there's your chicken thighs.
Oh.
But we recovered the chicken and we let him use it. Chicken catches fish. It catches more like the fish that Haz is used to catching. You know, those little ones.
Dinkers?
And what we call fiddlers.
Those little teeny ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have whiskers, but they're not fully formed yet.
They're not shaving them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Those are some fun guys. All those guys have come and.
They are.
Yeah.
There are. We've had Haz on our show and the rest of them, Kevin and all them guys. We haven't had Mark on because of his work schedule. Okay. But at some point we'll make that work out. But hey, Art. Yeah.
Actually, I see Mike Chavez is on there. He's fished with it. He lives up near us. He's fished with us quite a few times. Fished in a lot of tournaments with us.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
We almost wrecked once. I don't know. I think it was Howard's fault. That's another story.
Okay.
The sun was coming down. We couldn't see. We jumped a tree, but we made a clean landing. It was okay.
You jumped a tree?
Yeah, we did.
You're supposed to dodge those.
That was on the Rappahannock River. Yeah.
Ryan Boards is wanting to know if you'll give some of those James River pig catching secrets away.
Well, just said you got to use chicken. That's one of them. I don't know. Ryan's been down here on the James with us. Ryan ought to know how to catch a fish. Oh, that's right. They didn't catch any fish when they're here.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen any fish that Ryan's caught on a live stream or anything. So
yeah.
Oh my, here we go.
Come on. Don't do that to Ryan.
Ryan's my buddy. If I wasn't giving him grief, he'd think I liked him.
Yeah, they fished and then we went back down the following weekend and caught some in that. I think we were fishing the same spots, but they put their hook in backwards. That's what the problem is. So yeah, I don't know. It's some kind of weird thing that they do. They put it in backwards. I don't.
Is that a Kentucky thing?
It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I have such a problem catching fish, Lyle.
Putting them in backwards.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. I did learn how to bait a hook from Ryan Board's Blue Collar Life. So
I think Ryan's coming back to fish with us. That's what I heard. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, be fun. 3+1 outdoors, Carolina Real Screamers. Glad to have you guys in here. That would be fun. Yeah. Them guys are all good folks. They're all fun and entertaining, and yeah.
The whole community is wonderful. It's like a big family.
That's right.
That's what we consider a family.
Yep, I agree. I see D is welcoming Parker. If Jerry is in here, there he is. I see him now. I hadn't seen him. That's very true. And we used to do a lot of tournament fishing until COVID hit, and the biggest amount of entertainment we had was meeting up with everybody in parking lot motels and having dinner, and that kind of stuff is as much fun as catching the fish a lot of times. Not every time, but a lot of times.
Yeah, I agree. I think the camaraderie is really what keeps us so we've been doing, I think this is our 20th year, and the camaraderie is what has kept us involved. We've got a big group of friends, and you know, and even though we fish differently, or some of the guys that don't fish, you know, our series, or they fish all over the country that we know, you know, we're still all doing it the same, and you know, there's not a whole lot that's different. You know, some different techniques and fishing for different things, but our stories are all the same.
Yeah, pretty much. I see we got Brian B in here now. Don't know if he was in here earlier or not, but I don't want to miss
Brian.
him. He's a hoot.
Yep, I met Brian a few times. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. We
We were all,
had him as a guest here a few weeks ago, and had an absolute wonderful time with him.
Creole Catfishing says that big boat of Chris's would do awesome in the Mississippi River down here. Hint, hint.
well, that's gonna, you know, I can bring it, but I don't know if I can afford to put the gas in my truck.
Yeah.
Well, that was going to be my. You're talking about, you know, the tournament scene and stuff that you guys do. How many tournaments do you normally fish a year, Chris?
I think we're around 20 some.
That's about it. Yeah, you fish quite a few of them then. All right.
Yeah. We pretty much start fishing in July and end in the end of April, and so we fish at least twice a month.
Very nice.
So this month, I think. So we just had the Cabela's regional championship. We got another one coming up this weekend, and then we have the King of the James is coming up the following weekend, and then we have a break, and then we'll be right back into them again. So yeah, it's quite a few.
So are those all mostly like your region that you do, or do you travel a little bit as well, a little bit further? For those,
we mostly hang around here. I love it. I really love tidal water fishing. I've done some lake fishing down at Kerr Lake a little bit over the years, which is Virginia, North Carolina border. You know, gone some other places, but I really, really enjoy tidal water fishing.
And that seems very strange to me because, of course, we don't have tidal water in the mid part of the United States. But how hard is it to learn how to fish tidal water compared to non-tidal water?
Well, I think it takes, honestly, I would say it takes several years to kind of get the hang of it. So when you launch your boat, let's just say you launch your boat from whatever marina. We launch from Hopewell a lot of times. And then let's say it's at high tide when you put your boat in, and then you travel 10 miles downriver. Well, you're on a different tide cycle.
10 miles, and you're on a different tide cycle.
You're on a different tide cycle. You may be in the middle of the tide. So the tide's moving however fast the water's moving. And so every 6 hours we flip. So if you go 30 miles, often if you launch at high tide, often you're at low tide 30 miles away.
Wow.
Yeah, so the water's coming in from the ocean, and then it stops for a period of time. It stops at every segment of the river, but just at a different time. So if you're fishing 10 miles from the marina that you launched, and the tide has stopped, and then you go move, let's just assume that let's just say you move, and you go upriver or downriver a few miles. Well, that water is either still coming in or has already started going out. So you have to plan your day around the tide cycle. And the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of the tide are what we target the most. But at any given time, that tide is different depending on how far you are from where it's flipped. if that makes any sense.
It does, and it I think you're right. It would take some time to for people that's not ever seen it to adjust to it.
Yeah, I hear it from people all the time. That they and they don't understand that they're fishing in the wrong direction. Well, you're not. You're just fishing the incoming tide. And as the water raises and lowers, that's how your tide's moving. And then the moon phases and other things affect that. Where we are, big rains, and that doesn't hurt us very much. We don't really see the effects of big storms and rains. The moon is what really affects us more than anything. So we could have an extreme high tide, or we can have extreme low tide.
Because of the moon phase.
Because of moon phases, yeah. Or because of maybe a predominant wind. Like if you have a strong east wind or strong west wind, that could push more water out to the ocean. So,
Yep, that takes some adjustment.
Yeah, very fascinating to even know about. Because we're like Lyle was saying, we're just free flowing river where, if it's heavy rains, we can expect it to rise by the foot. Over the next couple of days, not every couple hours. It's doing something different. That's just
you could literally fish the James right after a major hurricane, and still not. You would see some effects, but you still wouldn't see, like you do in some areas where it's out of the bank.
Yes, we have a Jen Smith would like to know, how do I get a flag like Green Machine has?
Like Mr. Dan?
Yep.
Well, right now, our supplier is out of stock on flags, but we're going to try to get those in very soon.
So what if they need to just keep watching your website?
Yeah, just kind of keep an eye on the website.
Okay.
That's one of the things that has COVID kind of got us on.
There you go. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any questions in here.
That's what I'm looking through now, too. I see Mr. Clearview Outdoors. What's up, Skip?
I see Skip is in here, too. Glad to have him. Jen says, thanks. You're very welcome. We want to make sure that if you're looking for something that Chris offers, that we find it for you, or he can tell you how to get it. And if he doesn't, he can let you know. But just keep watching the website, and it will be on there. Can you ask Chris if the 3-in-1 jacket is gray and red or red and orange, and does it run true to size?
It runs true to size. I got one over here, right there. It's actually gray and orange. It's gray and orange. It runs true to size. We also have a black and white. Black and white.
That would do me zero good. Cindy does not let me wear white.
Well, then you're going to have to get the gray and orange.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. So she does not let me wear white ever.
Yeah, but no, it's and the thing is, if somebody gets something and if it's not the size, if you ship it back to us, we'll replace it. As long as it's everything, it hasn't been worn or got dirty, we'll replace it for you and send you a different size.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
How drastic do you charge your fishing during the extreme highs and lows? No, how drastic change your fishing during extreme highs and lows? It's hard to get it right when it jumps up and down.
Well, that's a difficult question to answer because every day that you go out there, it's a different scenario. We use a lot of side scan, a lot of down imaging to target the fish. The only thing that I would say during those extreme highs and lows that we might do if the water's running faster is increase our weight size, or maybe perhaps move to as we're working on it. Maybe we'll move to some shallow. We might go from deeper water to shallow water or whatever. He's being funny. We have a farm and we like to shoot stuff with tannerite.
There you go. Well, Josh, the weekend angler, is referring to the white as being camouflage for up north, having to deal with a Santa Claus issue. But Josh, just bear in mind that I have an emoji for you. You can guess what it is.
Chris, hopefully you will jump on board with the Krampus cane hats. maybe being the hat supplier for Krampus canes
And I have an emoji for you.
when we finally talked Lyle into getting these out. I seen a question.
We can. I mean, that's one of the other things that we do. I don't know if anybody really realizes that, but we make a lot of hats and shirts for lots of people in the community.
That was my next thing. That these guys with YouTube channels and stuff that want to buy hats or T-shirts and stuff, they need to contact you so you can set them up with that stuff.
Yeah, they can send it to catfish.nation@gmail.com. We do lots of hats and T-shirts for anybody. That's kind of one of our goals that we started around a year and a half ago, is to try to be a supplier, or part of the supply chain for other companies and other folks within and outside of the industry. We do a lot of hats for people all over the place. But to answer Freddie's question, we use 40-pound mono. 40-pound mono, high vis.
You hear that, Lyle? Mono.
Yeah, I don't use mono except for leaders.
Yeah. It's all right. Me and Chris and I are right, and you're wrong. It's okay. Yeah, Justin wants to know, is high tide or low tide better to fish?
They're both equally good. What I would focus on is the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours. So the beginning 2 hours of incoming, the last 2 hours. That makes sense. So the 2 hours of either side of the tide, and that's where your water. Now you will catch big fish at the peak of the tide where the water's moving. So by the way, with the tide, your water goes from stopping to speeding up to maybe 4 miles an hour or whatever, and then stopping again. So it slowly speeds up and then slows back down. So we will catch fish when it's very, very heavy tide, very fast tide, but I like it when the tide's running slower. Personally, I'll search out the tide. And another thing is, look for that barge bite. We chase those ships sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a fan because I've had too many of them chase me. Like, and I did it on the river a couple weeks ago. I literally one about ran me over. I didn't know he was coming down the side of the river, and I'm like, trying to troll out of his way. Once I seen him, and I missed him by about 15 feet.
Right.
And getting out of his way.
One of the things you saw, and if you watch Keith's video when he fished with us, we went right by one of our buddies, and he said that we were, messing with him or whatever. That's what a lot of us will do to each other. We'll come right by and throw a big wake, and often it'll trigger a bite. Yeah, I'll make people are calling each other, and I'll say, hey, if you're going to come by me, run right by me, as close as you can.
Yep.
It works. Lots of times it works.
Yep. Welcome to SK's Crappie Catching Adventures. We are glad to have you in chat with us tonight.
Mr. SK, Chad and I are just getting half of. Yeah. Let's see. Chris, are you going to be making lightweight hoodies?
I don't know. I've never been asked for that before.
Are the ones you make heavy duty?
No, they're 50-50. I mean, so they're only probably 8 ounce. So, but you can get a lot lighter. I don't know that you would get much benefit out of it being much lighter. We do make some heavies. So it's just the weight of the hoodie.
I mean, guys like Matt though, that they want to look cool. They're not going to get them dirty anyway, so they're looking to have that pretty look to them and stuff.
I got you.
So it might be something you want to look at, and it also those are nice base layers too, though those thinner ones. So,
well, honestly, what we like is feedback. So if anybody ever has questions or something that they want, send us a message, call us, we'll do whatever we can to satisfy that. We can get. I mean, oftentimes we'll buy some things that are different than what we normally sell, and we'll print it with the rest of our stuff. It doesn't really cost anything, and then we'll get some feedback that way.
I'm going to give some feedback right now because, that's my line of business is giving feedback to people as well. I'm going to give some to Art from One Ton Fishing Club. Mr. Art, if you would gladly go back to the beginning of the show and was here on time, we went over the plus size COVID, post-COVID type fella that likes those bigger clothes and might need a little bit bigger, the 4X to 5X. Chris has assured us that the big and tall section is open for business.
Well, Art, he's just doing that. That's kind of a jab. I can see that already because we've had this conversation multiple times. But thanks, Art. I do appreciate it. Now.
Me and Art are buddies, and I've had some conversations with him as well as Mr. Matt today. Well, not Art today, but Matt today. So that's why they're getting jabs.
Oh, that's okay. They know that I like to get punched or get picked on. They know. It's all good. We have a good time.
That makes it go around. Welcome fishing with the squirrel.
Seen Papaw Ed in here too, and Mike's Fishing Home makes a good point. We have 70 people watching, but only 55 thumbs up. Catfish Clothing plus Lyle Stokes, yes, minus me. I think they still deserve more thumbs up than that. So make sure you guys are hitting that, helping them out, please.
Thank you guys so much. We love the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, we'd appreciate that. And I do want to mention that following Catfish Weekly is Mark with Catfish and Crappies podcast will come on directly after us.
And I'm not sure about this whole Chad is calling people. Chad is calling obviously nobody because I am literally using my phone to stream this with. And I do appreciate that people want to call me as well, but I'm not calling you right now, so don't, interrupt.
No. Hammocks wants to know if you have extra small clothing.
Well, Chris called me today, and we're going to send – I talked to him this afternoon, so we're going to send that out. He has to promise to put it on and send us a video wearing it.
Okay. That sounds pretty interesting to me.
Let's see. Petite clothing for Chris. Do you have layaway plans?
Absolutely. Who's asking? That depends.
Solo Texan Adventure said, "Do you have a layaway plan?" Laughing.
Well, if you give us a call, we'll work something out.
You can't beat a deal like that.
We do have a 4-pay, so you can break your payment into 4.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tim Lee says, "I just wanted you to know that you have something on your nose, Chad." I think that's the reaction he was looking for.
These guys. I mean, all I do is I'm kind, and I say nothing but nice things and treat everybody with such respect, and this is the way I'm treated, Chris.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Believe me, I know.
Let's see.
Oh, man. It's getting good towards the end of the show.
Love you, Mr. Tim Molina.
Absolutely. So, do you have anything planned, any upcoming stuff that you can tell us about that we all need to be watching for, Chris?
I mean, we always have some new apparel coming. I think we got some new hoodies, long sleeves out there. It just came out. We just put it on the website. Of course, the Gore-Tex jackets, 3-in-1 jackets, those are new. But we do have some. We have a manufacturing shop, and so we are machining some new components that are coming pretty soon. We're excited about those. don't know if I probably can't give it away yet, but it's going to be stuff that helps the angler, maybe helps the boat, the layout of the boat a little bit better. Some kind of fixes some existing problems with different things. That's we're always looking for all sorts of items to machine and make.
Okay. Justin Fish and Fetish says, I hate paying shipping. Can I order stuff, then come pick it up and go fishing with you?
Absolutely.
What a deal that is.
Absolutely. We have a lot of people come fish with us all the time.
Catfishing with the Crow would like to know if you have decals for sale.
Yes, we have lots of them. And lots of times with the order, they put free decals in with not with every order, but with many orders.
Okay.
We like to hand out decals.
Do you drop ship? I'd like to order a bunch of stuff and have the bill drop ship to James Dockery.
You can have the bill. You can do whatever you want. As long as you don't use my credit card, we don't care.
Oh my. Yeah, these guys are they're getting
wound up, aren't they?
They are.
That's good.
It is. It makes for a fun show.
Lyle, I know we've only got about a few minutes here left, but would you care if I said something off of what our topics are right now?
Of course not.
Because I have waited all day to see if somebody would remember what today is, but I want to wish my wife a happy anniversary, and I want to tell her I love her very much.
Wow. Good for you. She forgot.
Somebody forgot.
Yeah.
So I did too until just now.
Right.
Congratulations to both of you.
I just realized what day it is. I'm like, crap. I was just figuring I was getting in trouble here in a few minutes, so I'd do it on live TV.
Heck yeah.
Good save there, baby.
Oh, well, very cool. Thank you. Thank you. This is one of the real old ones. We saved this from Happy Anniversary. We saved this. Where we at?
There you go.
This is one of the originals. This is from 2015.
Yeah,
that's sharp.
Yeah, we've changed it up a little bit since then.
I mean, I had to beg to wear it today, but I love how crisp and clean your hats are. They're awesome.
Thank you. Here's one of our. This is kind of one of our new ones. Oh, we've been doing that, kind of adding some color to the adding a little color here and there. And
that's what I was going to add. All of your contact information is on your website, right? Is catfishclothing.com?
That's right.
If somebody could please post his link up.
Yeah, so Whiskers and Stripes. We also have Slab. We also have Slab Fishing. That's for the crafty guys.
Very nice.
So slabfishing.com.
I didn't forget about that one.
Yeah.
There's a Slab Masters tournament this weekend, Chris. Just letting you guys know that.
Is there?
Yeah, it's an all panfish.
Slab over here.
But we do like the slabs.
That's one of the old ones.
I'm just letting everybody know, getting my traction out there that the Slab Masters will be this weekend.
Where's that going to be?
That will be on my channel, Fishing with the Chad.
Okay. Very cool.
Congratulations to Chad and condolences to the D.
See, that's all I ever get is hate mail. That's right. I still had, what is this, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12. So I had 3 hours and 5 minutes to get that happy anniversary in.
Oh, you done good.
Plenty of time.
See, I started playing it right too.
Well, you have to get her a catfish hat now, right?
Yeah.
But she's already got one.
Well, you got to get her one for her anniversary.
Yeah, a new one.
You're not helping, Chris.
While you're at it, go ahead and order her sweatshirt up too. She'll like that.
You're not helping.
Yeah, I'm not. I seldom do.
She's already on the website, guys. Thanks.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh, you're very
Um,
welcome. So very welcome.
So Lyle stole my question about what other endeavors you are. Because we did talk about, how busy you do stay. You was talking about the warehouse and, up at the other shop, and then you're traveling all the time as well. You've got cat cons coming up. You're traveling here, traveling there. How often do you actually get to just relax and fish? Like not tournament, just fun fish.
Well, not actually. To be honest with you, not that often. That's why I took Friday and Saturday. I spent those nights on the boat by myself. My dog, I take my dog. Most of the guys know me for my dog Petey. I got a French bulldog. I got 2 French bulldogs, but Petey goes with me all the time. And we just kind of hung out and just enjoyed being on the water. Really, I mean that's a special. Honestly, that's for me. When I cross the bridge, I've made it home. And I'm sure that's similar for everyone out there. But honestly, when I cross the bridge into Hopewell, I know I've made it home. And so I took Friday and Saturday and just kind of messed around and was looking for some new things. But really, the fishing was a low priority for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't catch very many fish, but we weren't trying to. We were just
That's what I tell everybody too.
Yeah. Yeah. I just respect the gift that we have. And I think a lot of people overlook that.
Mm-hmm.
And the gift that we have, the gift that and the opportunities that we have as Americans here in this country, we can do more. I've traveled to Europe. I've been all over. We can do more here than anyone else can do. I mean, just the opportunities are endless. You can go anywhere you want and go fish.
I agree.
And it's a very important to me.
Oh, now Buck Williams is trying to get me to do math right now. I can't do math.
Cindy wants to know how much were the jackets.
Sir, right now they range. I think they range from around 150 to 200. But there's a $30 off coupon running. It's still active. If you look through there, I think it's save $30. I think it's the coupon. We also have free shipping. You can use free shipping, 1 word or 2 words, save you free shipping. The save $30 is only going to save you that on the jackets, on just those jackets, not the other items, of course. Or we have Catfish 20%. Save you 20%.
But not both.
No, you can only use 1 coupon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right. Chris, it's been an absolute blast having you on here tonight.
Thank you.
We need to have you back on if you'll do it another show. We'd love to have you back on in the future and share some of this cool stuff out and maybe things will get easier. Products for you will get easier to get. I hope.
Yeah. Well, we've I'm not sure with the way the COVID thing is. Apparel has been affected there recently, but we have a lot of our supply chain is pretty big, and we're constantly putting back orders in to keep inventory. So we'll see. We're going to keep on top of it and keep trying to make good things and some cool stuff. And I'm just glad that we have the support from everybody that we get. We really appreciate it. It means a lot.
We're super happy to have you on the show tonight. And Chad, I can't thank you enough for filling in for Mr. James, who's having some issues.
Never an issue.
Means the world to me.
To them.
Pardon me?
I said prayers to them.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. Don't forget that Thursday night you can watch Chad on the Bait Shop, and we'll follow him with Panfish Nation. And now you can switch over and watch Mark with Catfish and Crappie Podcast. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
Take care.